Do you really know who you're talking to? Hello and welcome to Free Game Friday. This is part 2 of our interview series. Today we're going to talk about your interview with the hiring manager. Now, congratulations. If you've made it this far, that means you are getting closer to a hiring decision. But just like your call with a recruiter, it's important to know your audience. Remember, that recruiter that you made it past, that was the gatekeeper. This is a decision maker. In this call, expect to go a little bit deeper into your experience. This is where you're going to talk about some of the specific projects that you've done. Talk about some of the decisions that you've made and some of the challenges that you've overcome. This interviewer is also going to ask you a couple of behavioral questions. So remember, when you're answering these questions, they want concrete examples, not theories. Make sure you go a little bit deeper in your explanations. Use the STAR method. That's where you talk about the situation, the task, the action, and then the end result to answer those questions. They may also ask follow-up questions to their behavioral questions and ask you things like, what would you do differently from that? What did you learn from that experience? Remember, companies don't want to know if you can just do the job anymore. They want to see where you can have an impact and show results. When you're detailing your projects, it's okay to talk about where you've taken ownership over specific areas, but try not to come off as arrogant. Companies want leaders, not lone wolves. So balance out your I statements with we statements. Show where you can work cross-functional with your partners. Talk about how you built alignment. And finally, remember, you want to ask good questions at the end of this interview. This isn't the time to pull out your generic sheet of interview questions. You want to ask things that show that you have a vested interest in this position. So ask that hiring manager things like, what does success look like in the first 90 days of this role? Ask them how they communicate and give feedback to their employees. Or you can even ask them, what are some of the challenges that people in this role are expected to face? Remember to bring confidence and clarity, and you'll ace this interview. Thank you for watching, and this is Free Game Friday.